I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been killing it. Yeah, I've been hard in the paint, not a single assist. Yeah, I've been flicking that wrist. Yeah, I've been now they with this. Yeah, I've been.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Raiders coming in at 6-1, going up against the Eagles, who come in at 6-1. The opening kick is straight ahead, so it's time to turn it over to my colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis with the call. Gentlemen.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Guyton. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State. It's the Pro Bowler, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch Derek Carr grow as a pro. When he was a rookie, they tried to game plan around him so that he didn't have too much responsibility. Now, I don't think they can heap enough things on his shoulders because they know he can handle them.
This is Jalen Richard, and he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. As we get a glance at these starters, Michael Crabtree is the man we highlight at wide receiver.
Phenomenal hands, so strong. When the ball gets to him, it just dives right there, and then he's able to do things with it after he catches it.
Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Back-to-back one-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a third down and 8. And we peek at the defense now for Philadelphia.
Malcolm Jenkins entered the NFL as a cornerback and has transitioned to safety, but still retains his good coverage skills.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing his car on 3rd down. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Fresh set of downs here. And to give this time to the tailback. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. There's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Point after try forthcoming. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run the option left. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run the option left. Oh, jumping, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Their mobile, agile quarterback, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Dan Williams might as well change his name officially to Big Dan Williams. A monster in the middle, holds down the run game against any team.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
The catch made over the middle by Ginn. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
here on first down. On the move to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now here's a sneak, and he's in for an Eagles touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
Right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
We ready?
1 quarter in the books. 14-7 is the score. And we're back to Oakland after this. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Carr. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Well, the coaches mentioned they weren't as concerned about big play offense. They thought they could get some shorter, quicker stuff and be consistent, and that's kind of what they showed there.
What they saw in preparation, what they saw on film, is a defense that likes to get out fast in terms of coverage, meaning they either bail out or they give them a lot of space to throw the underneath stuff, so they decided to take advantage of it and worked on it hard in practice this week.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I know it's the first half, but it's still hard to curb the enthusiasm for that stop. 3rd and 1, and the offense can't get there. The defensive team has got to feel very good about themselves. Great job out-leveraging the offense.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's 3rd and short.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Looking to throw. And this is Hurts with it, right side. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And bringing it in, this is Selleck over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Matthews has it right side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
So we've got encroachment, and that's a free 5 yards.
Too easy for the offense. A bit of impatience by the defense on that one.
Encroachment, defense. Still 2nd down.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Carr got a man right side. It's Sharp. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down. They come out here in the I. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll run it now out of the gun. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. They'll get a couple yards on that one.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's always a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Gun. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look under pressure. He's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So on 4th down, the Eagles will call on the left foot of Donnie Jones to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the...
Now everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
All right, here we go.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Cooper's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Carr now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's got time. And he comes back with 1 complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Carr. Hits his target, Hunter. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Take 4. All right, here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. It looked like he might have had a window there, but the rhythm was just a little bit off.
It certainly was, because everything that has to come together to get a pass completed, yeah, you're right. The sync just wasn't there.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes a timeout. And now we're set to get going. And likely time for one final play here in the half. So they will go for it on 4th down.
We ready? Wide at the 8. Wide at 8.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Raiders are behind right now and certainly will need to tweak some things. The Eagles will be tough to stop, though, as they're in a groove after last week's win. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. third down at the 31. The quick pass, it's complete, and the pass and catch will end up going for 16 yards. Same drive, they'll take this one off the right edge, and this 4-play drive goes for a touchdown. Raiders with the early advantage. Now 1st and 10, they'll
these two teams back out there as well. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead of number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll start out on the ground with Sproles. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Here we go.
Play clock winding down. Again, they'll run it. Again, it's Sproles. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Third down now following the run. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Sproles lost the football, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Red 18! Red 18!
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Carr, he rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll begin the drive with Sproles. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. A host of Raiders in on the tackle.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll go with a keeper. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And Matthews has it right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at the 2. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Time running out here on the play clock. They'll try to run it now with Sproles. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. It's their quarterback with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Now after after the touchdown. It's Sturgis to send it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for him.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And with this drop-off from last week, you know, a guy of his caliber, he doesn't take this very well, does he?
No, not at all. And right now it's a matter of who wants to even be around him at this point and who can be around him, maybe to help him settle down or just to listen to him a little bit and let him vent so he can get it out of his system. It's just such a stark difference from what we saw last week.
Yeah.
You've mentioned many times before how impressed you are with his footwork, his decision-making, his reads. For me, his overall athleticism last week, escaping the pocket and creating big plays. We're not seeing that so far.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on third.
Thinking pass all the way.
Now Carr, and he finds his target. It's Sharp. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
It's interesting how we label routes. You know, some people might call this a hitch. For me, a hitch is a little bit closer to the line of scrimmage, about 1 to 3 yards deep. A lot of people might call this a dig route, going this deep on a 3rd and 7 to pick up the first down. Others just call it a stick route. Get to the right point, stick in that spot, and let them hit you with a pass. No matter what, they did pick up the first down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He completes it to Hunter. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in the East Bay. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And now a first down following that long gain. Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, Carr. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And they'll go on the ground. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. That's caught at the 1. Call it a 3-yard gain. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Eagle defense stands tall down near the goal line. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Here's a handoff to Sproles to start the drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They shakes him off, and he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Donnie Jones now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind and try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Carr, and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Out to the right here to Wilson. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Second down now after the pass completion. On play action, it's Carr. Surveying the field. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
We ready? Wide and yanks it! Wide and yanks it!
From the gun, it's Carr. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Cooper's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. Hey, that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Green 39! Green 39!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Jordan Matthews, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Matthews has it right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he's able to get it to the... Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Red zone opportunity.
Watch it now, Barney. 319! 319! Good!
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So they're operating in the red zone. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Back to throw now on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Their mobile quarterback with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground against an NFL-caliber defense.
Is that good?
I'd say that's fantastic. What a game for him.
It really is something. We are watching quite the effort. Now, after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Carr. Brought in by Walford, right side. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Carr now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On second down, here's Carr. Here's Walford over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Red 18. Red 18.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Carr to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Leonis McKelvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over. Darren Sproles. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darren Sproles, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles add on to their lead. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. One receiver left, 3 to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT. Now a desperate, and for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Philadelphia, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Oakland.